Detroit, live from Detroit.
Yo, what up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, a.k.a. the tinfoil hat titan, a.k.a. the conspiracy realist, a.k.a. the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text me with your green bubbles, a.k.a. I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, because all the hoes say J.U. Ice, Young Caesar, because you know you can't run without me. Mister, if you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me. A.K.A. the West Side T'Challa, the new leader of Wakanda. Don't debate me, debate your mama. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
What up, though? It's your man Dame. 3_313. The West Side Landlord, the Pride of PA. High Chief Dame don't fuck around. The liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, your mama's favorite Dame. And the David Ruffin of the Shoptalk Podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see. Not you, Otis. It's no better than these 4 letters. Thank God for Dame. And if you speaking on Dame, you better say it nice. And if you don't put the boss in front, then bitch, you not saying it right. It's the Honorable Judge Boss Dame and this bitch all rise. It's time to do jujitsu, niggas.
Welcome back.
Oh!
I gave you enough time, and then you waited till I went to...
My bad.
Welcome back, Shoptalk Podcast, episode 422.
On you hoes.
Outstanding, upstanding women and gentlemen.
That sounds so weak.
Why do niggas put niggas in front of the women? Or is it, it's ladies and gentlemen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I say? Women and gentlemen?
Niggas and women, something to that effect.
Yeah, man, my memory's been trash.
You're supposed to put women first.
Yeah.
Really in everything.
That woman first.
See how that nigga looking?
Who's on that?
Jaheim.
That niggas.
Nigga looking bad.
Well, I wonder what be happening to niggas.
Heroin. Pills. Dust. Bass. Nigga, all of that shit. That's what be happening to niggas. They get addicted to them fucking drugs.
I serve the bass. Yeah, man. That shit is crazy, dog. Anywho.
And I feel like once that H get a hold of you.
Papa, why you put heroin on that nigga, though? I mean, what? Like, well, that's a big thing to put on somebody.
H a little strong.
That nigga you lost a lot of weight. What if a nigga's like, that nigga on drugs?
Thank you.
Thank you?
I don't know what the fuck you want me to...
It's like
no, I'm not on H, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to put that shit on him.
All right.
It's some shit that be on niggas' jacket. Like, you don't never lay that shit down.
Like heroin.
The other H, you don't never lay that shit down. I remember a nigga, somebody told me one of my niggas that went to high school, well, a nigga that went to high school, we had herpes. Well, he used to date this girl that I went to like elementary school with. And the rumor was like, she gave him herpes. I don't know if that shit was true or not. But like in my mind, she gave that nigga herpes. And like every time I see him, this nigga got herpes. I don't even know if it's true or not. But that's some shit that's on your jacket and it's there forever.
You can overcome it.
You can't actually. I mean, it got its spurts. It battle back every.
I'm just saying when it's, do what you got to do when it's down. I guess I don't know.
What I'm saying is, once something gets on somebody's jacket,
it's hard to shake that shit off. And I get what you're saying.
I heard
reputations stay with people for a long fucking time.
I heard. What was I watching? I think I listened to the Brilliant Idiots, and they was talking about like these Drake allegations, right? And they was like, man, it's fucked up because that's one of them things that they was like, so what's a stand-up dude that you would trust? That like to watch your children or something?
My brother-in-law.
All right, cool. A rumor come out about your brother-in-law and kids. It's like, I done known this nigga my whole life. I know he wouldn't do that. You can't watch him this weekend though, because like it's like once they get there, it's like it's there.
I'm gonna figure out something else.
Yeah, and you like I know this nigga. I
just cancel my plans.
Like I know this nigga would never. I know him as a person, blah blah blah. But this weekend though, I'm gonna figure something else out. Like once it's on you, it's like it's one of them things.
But that's fresh on you though. That's fresh.
Like
I don't think on you dies though.
Like if there was ever a rumor about a nigga touching kids,
never dies.
You don't never want to put your kids in like on some just in case shit. What if I'm wrong type shit? Like, you know what? Well, nigga, I think it's what niggas do with Michael Jackson. That nigga ain't touched them kids, blah, blah, blah. Would you let him babysit yours? No. Why not? Because I might be wrong. You know?
You know, somebody got something on him this week.
Yeah, we gonna get to it. How was your week, my brother?
Oh man, week was cool. Shit, I ain't do nothing stupid. We still on this car hunt for my daughter. She pissing me off.
I thought they found something.
Mission aborted.
Damn.
Didn't go how she needed it to go with what we had. So, you know, we
You
still
only got 7 days
to what?
till she get her car, right?
Nah, nigga, ain't no like deadline. She ain't got to get it by next Friday is prom.
I know, but like, you know, here's a prime gift.
It's her money. It's her fucking gifts. I mean, we still in the mix with it. So, yeah. But other than that, man, week was cool.
Man,
Oh man, did I tell you? I don't know if I told you last Friday about my encounter with one of our neighbors, a floor down.
No.
Okay. So, you know, we had late night guests.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting out in the parking lot, you know, minding my business. And I got my, I just pulled up into the spot. So my light's still on. I turned the truck off, but my light's still on and shit. And you can see this nigga kind of milling around. I parked by the front door because I anticipated our guests would come through the motherfucking front door. And there was somebody in a suite downstairs. And I saw the nigga at the door. I didn't think shit of it. I'm thumbing in my phone. Now I see the nigga at the side of my window.
I know who this person is?
No, he just told me what his name was and what suite number he is. And he knew who we were, which I thought was interesting.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've been in this building 7 years.
It's fine. I've never seen this motherfucker a day in my life. So anyway, I'm like, all right, I mean, I'm about to go in, so just like back up and give me.
Well, he was asking you like to let him in this building or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
I'm sitting in my car though, like this nigga walk up to the window. And I'm like, bro, just back up a little bit.
What kind of vehicle was he? Was he in a truck?
I was in my truck.
No, was he in a truck?
He was on feet. What?
I'm trying to see what, because like I might know who it is depending on what vehicle they was in.
Oh, I don't
type
know.
shit.
I don't know. He was just trying to get back into the building. I didn't see where he popped out of.
Did he have a hat on look like a Kango?
No.
Oh.
No. So I'm like, yeah, just back up, bro. And I'm about to get out in a second. You know, I got to get my raps together.
Yeah, it take me a second.
And I move slow.
Yeah.
So, you know, we go up to the door. I let the nigga in. I just kind of sit down up front because it's about time for our guests to come. And don't need me running back and forth up the steps and shit. So I'm sitting there and they come back and he was like, you got the key to suite number such and such? I'm like, my nigga, I'm not security.
How the fuck would I have a key to a suite, dog?
Just stupid shit.
I'm gonna say, what suite number this motherfucker had? Don't tell me.
And he was
or
like,
text it to me. Shit.
And he was like, can you call somebody? I was like, bro, I'm not security. I got a suite in here too. He's like, oh, that's right.
What the fuck, dog?
He's just being weird as fuck. And then like when he left out, I was still down there because he in and out. I guess he got into his suite. And I'm still waiting on the guests. So when he come back, he like talking to me like I can lock up the building because I'm about to leave back out.
Motherfuckers just, you know, they one.
I just asked
to him. You look like an authority figure.
I just asked the nigga like straight up, like, you fucking with me? like that was our last interaction. I asked that motherfucker, you fucking with me? Because like I've told you 3 times.
Yeah.
So either you think some shit is funny, or you think whatever you think, we gonna stop it right now.
Yeah, for sure.
He just left out.
It get like that sometimes.
Yeah,
it got like that. With I had an interaction with a customer today, and I was like, "You seem like a very intelligent person." We got 2 options here, and I went over these same 2 options like 3 or 4 times. Like, are we understanding each other? Because, like, I mean, it's a bit rude for me to say that. But, like, after 5 to 7 minutes of us having the exact same conversation, I'm like, are you fucking with me? Like in my brain, I'm like, dog, are you? Yeah, I want to speak to the person now. Well, they went to lunch, my nigga. But I want to talk to them now. What the fuck you want me to do? They not here, nigga.
He wants you to
and even if they
call
was,
them in.
Even if they was, they eating. I'm not doing it. They was here when you walked in and you didn't ask for them. They was sitting right there. Like, when they gonna be back? I'm at a loss of words. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey,
Why?
I mean, they be entitled. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can looking in at his appearance. Like, I know you think you can just snap your finger and everybody bends to your.
He probably ain't used to black folk talking back to him.
Man,
Being sassy all at the mouth and shit.
man, yesterday, dog, I wasn't privy to this information up front. I found this information out on the back end. But I swear I wished I had this information up front. So, a racially ambiguous woman called another somebody a black bitch, and I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? She was frustrated and she needed some assistance. Somebody helped her out, and I seen her coming towards me, but she went and got a black female leader because she was like, well, she a black bitch too, so let's see. And then apparently she like doubled down, like, I'll call anybody. If it was a white bitch, I'll call her a white bitch, and blah 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 blah. And I didn't get the backstory till like later. Oh, I couldn't. Man, I wish I would have.
This is somebody like in your store?
Yeah. Oh man, I wish I would have fucking knew, man. I've been waiting when I found out I can kick niggas out, cause I didn't think we could kick niggas out. Oh man.
No shirt, no service. I figure, being that
that's
it's
something different, but it's
still a retail facility. Like,
I can't wait. I'm like, she said what? And then apparently after the interaction was over, like, went over to the store and she was on the cell phone, was like talking shit on the phone. Like, yeah, I doubled down. They didn't think I was gonna say it again. Oh, I wish I would have knew what the fuck was going on. Cause who the fuck you think you talking to, dog? Oh, what? This white / I don't know what she was. She was racially ambiguous. And what's interesting is the person, the leader who actually helped her, when she first walked in, she was like, I went to high school with that girl. And she the one that ended up taking it.
She probably maybe she was waiting to give her a little work since high school. That could have been pent up.
But she wasn't even talking to her. It was all I know is you got to be real careful. Because the person that she said that to, she seemed like the type that'll cut you. You feel me? Like, I'm not the person who hired her, okay? But, like, she seemed like the type that'll, like, you don't know what kind of day I'm having, man. And you come in this motherfucker using racial epithets and slurs, you could get dog walked in that bitch.
You gonna kick her out as soon as you see her next time?
I'm like, I'm sorry. We don't serve your kind here. The ones who use racially charged words, and I believe you disrespect it, because like you can't disrespect my staff like that, right? Now people get rude and be mean and talk shit to you. That's one thing, but there is a line you got to cross, and like as a leader, they got to know that they feel safe and protected with you. Like and so while that was going on, somebody pulled me to the side who was sitting next to him and told me what was going on. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, when you was explaining like that you needed help to, like, you ain't tell us that. Like, I had to pull her, like, look, I don't fuck with that nigga shit. You feel me? And I said it that way. Like, I don't be playing with that nigga shit. Somebody say some wild shit, I'm kicking the fuck out. Cause like, we don't play like that.
Do you have to give them so many warnings before you kick them out? Okay.
You said, you call me a black bitch? This black bitch will beat your motherfucking ass.
Companies got policies on that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah, look, I'm running this shit how I'm running it. Call the police, nigga. So I can't wait.
Call the police.
I can't wait till a motherfucker like, you gotta go, and they were like, I ain't going. What? Wait a minute. This is an area that the police will be here soon. Them motherfuckers pull out quick, okay?
Call the police. Nah, fuck it.
Call the motherfuckers. And guess what? Yeah, we asked this person. We asked this guest to leave. She's refusing to leave.
Trespass them.
And she's also using terroristic threats.
Trespasser. Like, you can't come back here at all.
You gotta go. Man.
Trespass them. Because you're going to need a report for work. Man. So you might as well trespass their ass.
Shit be crazy, man. But you never know who you dealing with on both sides. You know, I try to show people grace, but like, to your point where we got here, sometimes you got to look at a motherfucker like, you fucking with me, dog.
Before we get into our topics, I do want to send a shout out to some powerful niggas that we know. We had a live on Tuesday.
Yeah.
A streaming live on Tuesday. And we had some breakthroughs.
Man.
You know, thanks for the good conversation from my guys. We just had a good time. The convo was free flowing, and everybody learned something that evening.
Yeah, man. So listen, man, we got a group of like powerful content creators. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Myself, Dame, AJ, SJ, Curve, and we've been doing some whole bunch of shit behind the scenes, man. But we hopped on live Tuesday, and
Verge got on. Shout out to Verge.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain how Verge got into it, right? And we hopped on live. I figured we could do like 30 minutes, a couple topics, just to get some shit off. Cause I did a setup at the crib, you know what I'm saying? And I've been tweaking it, and I brought in like different
nice lights.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I noticed the lighting. It matched your shirt.
What did I have on? I don't know. So I added more lights since then, right? So I want everything to look super cool. And I've been thinking about doing that type of video. Some shit I got to get off my chest, like in the immediate. You feel me?
I feel you.
So we was fucking around on there. We went through a couple topics and shit. We talked about old boy who had the children braiding his hair.
Yeah.
I think that's creepy. I think it's a slippery slope. I don't want a teacher touching my child. And I don't want my child touching the teacher.
So they got this new whole campaign to get him rehired. And there's a TikTok floating around of all the good things he did with the kids, you know. They show him like hooping and dancing with them.
I'm pretty sure that nigga from Michigan State who was fucking with them boys was doing good. Larry Nazar or whatever the fuck. Yeah. He was there for some. I'm pretty sure he did good shit there too. He also was fucking with them boys.
I'm not saying that I agree.
Nah, that's not to you. This is to them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't think the nigga should get his shit back. You cross barriers. You cross lines. Rules are there for a reason. The end.
You the adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, you the example.
There's definitely a policy in that HR handbook about inappropriate or questionable touching.
Also, let's just say I'm the principal. I walk into a classroom, I see my teacher and all his coworkers unbraiding his hair. I fuck around, still fire you. Bitch, you at work. It's not no fucking hair salon. You supposed to be teaching this class and you and the other teachers in here doing fucking hair. No, nigga. You may not be fired, but I'll write your dumb ass up. Like, this work, my nigga. Fuck is you doing?
That's right. I agree with that.
Like, what do you, like, if you... You can't do your fucking, like, you can't have a group hair assignment while at work. In the classroom, too. It's not even like in the back alley or in the back office room, teacher's lounge. Like, you just in class. Also, you filming this shit. You ain't blurred them kids' faces out. They got their school shirt and name on that bitch.
Ain't blurred out.
Like, this is not safe. So what if somebody, like one of the little girls in the video?
Oh, I know what school she at now, my nigga.
Like, what the fuck, man? You gotta, and if you a teacher, and hey, elephant in the room, I don't have children, okay? But when my kid there, I'm trusting you with my children's safety. Like, that's important to me. And my kid have to be safe from the internet, and also have to be safe from teachers. And like, I don't want, let's just say this guy's perfectly fine, right? And then the next year, there's another person. Well, now you done broke a barrier where you think it's okay to touch. And what if the next person is an actual groomer?
I expect there to be an adult in the room at all times. And when I looked at that video, it's hard for you to give me a clear path of demarcation about who's the adult right fucking now. Yeah. So I'm cool with his sauced up results. Find something else to do. You made a mistake. You put it out there. You deal with the consequences. You fired.
You a distraction. Nigga, they fired a girl who in Detroit because she a rapper.
Yeah.
They're like, you it's too much.
Shout out to Shar. He had on Shar versus Everybody.
Yeah, I watched that episode. And it was perfectly timed too, because that was like in the heart of
like a week or two after she got fired. She's very interesting. I like to run into her.
I run into her.
We should maybe have her sit down with us. I love talking to artists, especially female MCs. I don't think we've had enough. Shout out Detroit Shay. She dropped some new music, a new video. I don't know the name of it, but Google her. She's an incredible lyricist. Porsche stay talking that shit.
Krim just dropped a new project.
Yeah, she did.
Even though she retired, you feel me? But
hey man, when you said something the other week on the podcast referring to Jelly Roll, and you was like, when you rap like that, you never stop rapping. You may not put it out. It may not be for everybody to hear, but like you see something while you walking, you scribbling that shit down in your head.
For sure.
It's the same thing with her.
Like in my brain, I'm a rapper though. Like I've never released music professionally, but like in my brain, like a nigga.
And when you can rap at a high level, it's hard to turn that shit off. You don't stop rapping. So I'm glad that she's putting out new music too. I have not had an opportunity to listen to the project, but I plan on it. Shout out to Kilogram as well.
So we talked about that. We talked about a father who states that he made a video to a 7-year-old girl, by the way. That's kind of weird, right? Because the video was made to the girl. He's like, yo, to the 7-year-old girl who just had to watch your father get jumped because you was bullying my daughter and the whole 9 yards. So we shared our thoughts on that. But it just got weird for me because you made a video for a 7-year-old girl. That's kind of creepy. Cause like if you would have started a video, yo, what up live? Let me tell you what happened. Somebody was fucking with my daughter and we wouldn't beat the. But you was like to the girl who just don't make videos to my kids. You an adult. Like don't make a 7-year-old.
I didn't look at it from that angle.
I literally just thought about it like right now.
I understand the intent of what he was trying to do. I don't think that was necessarily on no creepy shit, but
No, I'm not saying he's a creep, but it's creepy to me if you make an online video to my 7-year-old daughter.
A couple of different words could have changed the incoming perspective. I don't have no problem with him beating her daddy ass.
Well, he jumped him.
Ain't got no problem with it. That's my baby, and I'm going to do whatever the fuck it take to protect my kids. Whatever.
Yeah, I get you.
And if you try and spin the block on me, we can square up again. Or we can deal with it however.
Well, we didn't really square up the first time.
Okay, well, if you want to square up, if you see me, we can shoot a fair one.
Yeah.
My nigga, you see me at Target, I'll put that cart down.
What's so interesting, something like this, I remember the kid, well, he a grown-ass man now, but like the dude my brother got into a fight with, he was like the neighborhood bad guy bully. Everybody was scared of him. Him and my brother got into a fight, and we just weren't scared of him. And somehow we ended up like at his house. My mama was there. His parents was there having a conversation and shit.
This is a nigga that your brother got into later on in life?
No, this is like the day after.
Oh, okay.
Because they fought I think they fought like twice. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was scared of this guy. Because like shit, this was like, I think my brother may have been like in the 7th or 8th grade. Like, but the nigga had people who drive up there in cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like it was one of them things where everybody knew
it could be a thing
at a particular time. And then gunplay got involved like year and a half later or so, because he ended up going to get somebody like bigger.
To shoot your brother? Okay.
It's a lot
That's
of
fine. We'll
shit.
just deal with this segmented part of the story.
But like we ended up at his house and like my mom, like the mom was talking about like my brother was the bad guy. Like, no, nigga, this the bad guy that the neighborhood fear. Like, why you talking about? I didn't jump on your son. Like, nigga, we fought, and like
he lost.
Yeah, and like the first one was like a more of a skirmish, and then the second one was like a fight, and he lost.
Okay.
Like, but like I didn't take a loss. My brother didn't. We ain't take no loss over here. But like somehow we ended up like at their house on some parent shit.
It was
because
a mediation.
Yeah, but like, nigga, you got the nigga that's terrorizing the fucking neighborhood. Like, not us.
Miss Jones don't see her baby as that. Her baby an angel.
You know what I'm saying? Which is wild.
And I can see.
And so
I love Dwayne. Let me say this before anything. I love Dwayne. But like I could see him being a bit of a menacing figure himself around that age in life.
He never started no shit.
I'm not saying he started nothing,
but
but
like
I can see him
he's a husky nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I can see him being a problem for little niggas.
And it is what it is, right? So the nigga, he had a little brother and shit. I was still a little bit older than him, so yeah, later in life he looked jack like him. But later in life, you know, we was cordial. We was cool actually. He was one of the little niggas and shit. He ended up getting he got into the life, and he passed away. T Grizzly shot him out in his songs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because during that time, T was like a child. You know what I'm saying? Like we had like the little niggas, and then like he was like a child.
Okay.
Like 5-6 years old child type shit. And what's crazy is he's related to the house that we was at.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And like his mom is like the cousin of that person. And she made it to where, well, so you know niggas talking about the scud zone.
Yeah.
And the word scudded and blah blah blah. Like I know the niggas who made the word.
Okay.
And she was on an interview explaining like where it came from, and then she named these names. I'm like, no, they're my friends. And I was like, oh shit, I totally forgot that this happened. Like I was around when it came up.
You're a part of West Side history.
Hey, you know, but now niggas say when they talking about the scud zone, they talking about this, you know, that Joy Road, Warwick. Well, now it's Exit 9 Joy Road, but it's like Warwick and Artesian, Warwick, Stahalin, this little, anywho. But it's interesting. So when you go to, I'll be getting all off, but like when you go to the point where you go to the person's house, you have a conversation for you to stop bullying my kid. We send letters to the school. We do every single thing that you can do like an adult is supposed to do. But at some point, someone gonna put, I can't do nothing to the 7-year-old girl. So I'm gonna beat the fuck out your dad.
That's what I said. It's fair to me. I don't have no problem with it.
You ever see that video with the two fighting at, it was a black guy at a Steelers game? Football game.
Yeah. And the white
girl slapped him.
Yeah.
And he knocked out the boyfriend. He kind of pushed her too, but then he knocked out the boyfriend. Like, I can't beat you like I want to, so.
'Cause you're a woman.
The nigga that's with you, you got to get these fucking breaks.
It's a fair exchange.
Now me?
That's a very gentlemanly exchange if you ask me.
Like I said on live, I'm a diabolical nigga. I will go get all the little children in my all the little girls in my family, all the little cousins and all their friends, and they gonna beat the shit out your daughter. I know it's a grown man putting a hit on a little kid, but fuck you.
That's premeditated, my nigga.
So was you bullying. I told you not to. I asked you not to.
To me, that feels like a pack of wolves on a white fluffy bunny rabbit in the middle of the forest. Like that's so dangerous.
I don't give a
That's
fuck.
so dangerous.
Put your hand, because I mean, at the end of the day, if you can't protect your family and your children, who are you? What are you?
My homeboy is security guard at one of these public schools, and he said them young girls, they fight for blood.
Yeah. Girls fight now. How girls fight now? Girls didn't used to fight this way. Now they squaring up and throwing bows. They not just pulling hair the strippers pull hair. But some girls, them niggas be scrapping.
I have a theory about that.
And women are violent
As fuck.
like they don't know the limits. Like I think men didn't have fights and they know, like, you know where your limit at as a man. You feel me? And like it's certain shit just like, all right, this is I'm not doing that. But some niggas, some kids.
Yeah, I got a theory why women fight like that though, and I blame it on Mona Scott Young.
You gonna tell me the theory or
That love and hip hop shit started about 15, 16 years ago. Right around
about 10, 12. Yeah, damn. That's crazy. Love and hip hop been on for longer than some kids been alive.
Yes, I mean it's been on for a minute now. And bitches wasn't really fighting, or that it wasn't broadcast women fighting like that until Love and Hip Hop. That's when they started. That's the evolution of that shit.
Was it Love and Hip Hop though?
Yeah.
Because I feel like once Love and Hip Hop was a thing, they started making spinoffs, and the shows got like ratcheter and ratcheter.
But that's the maturation process of women fighting. They got ratcheter.
2012. Well, shit, that was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was 2012.
You got to go OG.
Yeah.
First season, Love and Hip Hop. I'm about right. Back when
2011.
Back when Joe Budden was on there.
March 6, 2011 is when they the Love and
Who was
Hip
the
Hop New
cast?
York. Joe wasn't on the first season. It was like
Wasn't
Jim Jones.
Yeah.
Damn, Love and Hip Hop New York. That's crazy.
That's
Chrissy, Jim Jones, Samaya Reese, Yandy, Erica Mena, Rocky Thunder, Jen the Pen. Well, this is their whole entire joint. They even got Safari and Rich Dollars in them. And then Joe Buttons and Papoose and Dream Doll was on there. Felicia Snoop Pearson?
Yeah, I remember Snoop being on for a season.
Really? Of course, Remy, what the fuck is going on?
She outside, nigga. She free.
Man, they had 10 seasons of that shit, dog.
That's what I'm saying. That's what started women fighting all wild. They were seeing it, and then they would go to the club and emulate it.
Because the first person that, like, fight, I think it was them, it was Jocelyn. Because she could fight like a nigga, but I think they was fighting on some spinoff shit. But
They was fighting on the white shows, Bad Girls Club.
yeah, Bad Girls Club. That's it. That's a Malden Scott Young type shit, or is that a
It's
different spinoff?
Viacom.
But Bad Girls Club, oh for sure. That's where that shit for sure.
And that's what has started this shit to how they fight now.
Yeah, man. Let me see when that shit started. Bad Girls Club, nigga, season 17. What? Bad Girls Club is a 2006 American reality.
2006, my nigga.
Come on, my nigga. I didn't remember this in 2006, nigga. I wasn't even 2006.
You went into that shit. The Girls Club almost 18 years old, nigga. That's where this shit coming from.
Bad Girls Club was out in 2006. Come on, dog. Oh, 06?
That planted the seeds, my nigga.
Nigga, we had cable boxes in 06. like.
And if you was living with a woman back then, she was watching Bad Girls Club while your ass was at work.
In 06? Hell no. I was like 23 or some shit. Yeah, that's crazy.
And now it's just worse, like with the shit that be on Zeus.
I was 24 and yeah, I wasn't, no.
With the shit that be on Zeus and them other like off-brand networks. I know
That
somebody.
shit was on Oxygen.
That's an Oprah network, ain't it?
No, Oprah Network is Oprah.
I know.
Winfrey
Own.
Network.
She got owned. I thought that was like in her family. All right, it don't matter.
Anywho, that shit ratchet as fuck. But yeah, girls is brutal, man. I done seen girls stab.
And if you sick a bunch of young girls on a 7-year-old, they're gonna damn near beat her half to death.
Want to get other 7-year-olds? Shit. Well, nigga, it is what it is. You keep fucking with my daughter or niece
Okay.
or my best friend daughter or like whatever the case may be. Nigga, you gonna catch them. I didn't do it. Other kids did it. You feel me? Anywho, but somewhere around that line, man, Shop Talk listeners, y'all gotta go watch that episode on YouTube. J Johnson 31 YouTube /J Johnson 313. But on this live, somehow we got to a topic that we've been discussing on this podcast for 4 or 5 years. I don't know. I don't know what the time frame, but you know, Dame is just a very cantankerous person. Okay. The nigga just.
You called me one of the most difficult people you ever met once.
I think I said disagreeable.
Disagreeable.
Yeah. He just a disagreeable nigga, and he act like he can't lose an argument or nobody can get over me. I gotta get my lick back in.
Supreme confidence is what I call it.
Sure. And I was like, yo, did something happen? Then like you didn't show up the way that you thought you should show up, and you've like been overcorrecting ever since. So if y'all been listening to the pod, we've been saying that, and then we kind of found out that like it was an event that happened I was like, well, who is this nigga? Because we just assumed, because he never told the story. But on the live, like we got to the actual story of like what happened. And we did a whole psychoanalyze thing. And I found out why Dame is the way Dame is.
I'm going to try and get my homeboy on there for the next one, my boy Rich.
Now, we've talked on the pod. I thought people just knew it was the truth. But Dame went to a Catholic
I went to Catholic school. Like I've never shied away from that shit.
So when you said on the podcast, that was the first time I heard it. I literally did not know.
Okay.
Right. AJ from the Connected Experience thought that shit was a joke. He never thought you was for real. But I was like, So I was like, all right, this all makes sense now.
We can't get a whole story away because we need people to go listen to it.
Okay. We got to the bottom of it. There was a breakthrough, and I don't do this professionally, but I do it on the podcast.
It was a good episode.
It was really good episode.
Tap in. It got real funny at the end.
Yeah, I thought we was going for like 30 minutes, man.
It's like an hour and a half.
It was an hour and 53 minutes. I tried to wrap the pod up, wrap that shit up 2 different times.
I remember one time.
And then it just, I was like, all right, well, fuck it. As long as we got content. I mean, then with all 5 of us together and then so after we got to the story, I'm like, Verge has to.
A little bit.
And we called Verge in. He got on the live. So when we was on YouTube, shout out to D. Scott was tapping in. Shout out to Macho tapping in. And then something was like, I think I can stream this shit to Twitter too. And I hit that switch and send that shit to Twitter. Then like 60 niggas joined. And then they didn't leave. Like they just started watching and just stayed. But I can't, they can't comment on Twitter, but you can comment like on YouTube and shit like that. Hey, and I was like, oh shit. This, who knew niggas was trying to watch the live?
Hey man, however we can get people to tap into the content, we appreciate it. But go watch the whole thing on YouTube, and it might be a part 2. Who knows?
Yeah, well, we'll be back this.
Oh no, we're gonna be back again streaming, but I'm saying a part 2 to the story.
Oh, for sure.
I might have like a key witness.
Yeah. So that was really dope. So this week, man, Diddy.
Yep. The video popped
Well,
up.
first and foremost, did you hear the diss song from Queen Combs?
I did. And I'd like to say this. 50 Cent has one of the most prolific careers in all of hip-hop. And he's pretty much stood, he may not have won every battle, but he's a formidable opponent.
Yeah, for sure.
Why would you go waking that nigga up and he ain't say shit to you? Like, why go antagonizing him? He's a professional troll.
Why would you, off the heels of 2.5 to 3 weeks of Kendrick Drake conversation leading 3 weeks of content for podcasts, for online, whatever, niggas have forgot.
That's going to be some of the content for the year.
Yeah.
When they do the year-end wrap-up, Kendrick Drake.
Yeah, but like, no one was talking about Diddy any longer. Right. And then you drop a diss track as soon as they finish. Niggas, you why would you do that? Why would you bring attention back to it?
Why would you tell them they raided the wrong house in the song? Why would you poke a sleeping fucking giant? I hope 50 drop some terrible diss shit.
Why would I have to?
I mean, it'd be fun.
Nah, 50 don't. I mean, he not a rapper like that.
I think he still got this. Is the type of shit that he still got in him.
When the last time you heard a rap from 50 Cent that you thought was cool?
I like one of them Power Show intros. That's it. Romeo and Juliet.
Never heard of it.
I'm Too Rich for the Bitch. I like that song. But that's probably like, that song probably kind of old too.
Never heard of it. I'm sorry.
Ain't never heard Too Rich for the Bitch? That's my shit. But yeah, it's been a minute. But I think 50 Cent still got it in him. Just leave him alone. But Diddy in the news because he on some fuckery. And we saw what he really did to Cassie. This is 2015. My bad. Too Rich for the Bitch, 50 Cent, 2015.
So 10 years ago.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. But the video dropped and we saw how this nigga Diddy ran up on Cassie and straight up abused her. Knocked her down, kicked her twice.
Drug her, threw vases at her.
Yeah, man. That's some diabolical shit. I can't stand by that shit. Can't do it.
So in her affidavit and all that, her documents that she had when she dropped the suit, she detailed that shit, and that shit matched exactly what she said happened, like verbatim.
What reason she got to lie?
And that's why that case was closed the very next day.
What reason she got to lie, especially at this point in her life and her career? Why would I lie?
Who's advising Sean Combs? Because whoever advising him, he's probably advising himself. You made a critical error. That woman probably came to you and said, "Y'all need this amount of money," and you called her bluff. And then within 24 hours later, you was paying that fucking money, probably plus more. Like you thought I was bullshitting? You thought I was playing?
It's a level of arrogance. You don't think somebody, you can't do that to me. You don't know who the fuck I am.
Because once I broke you, like I've broken you.
Yeah.
Like the stuff I read through there, like the stuff he's done, this some nasty work, man. Like you pimping her out, having men come over, sex workers come over and have sex with her in front of you, drugging her, against her, like blowing up a nigga's car. Kid Cudi said, yeah, that happened. For real. Why wouldn't the nigga be in jail, you would wonder? You know what I'm saying?
Too powerful. You got too much shit on too many people. But Cassie...
Or it's what Kanye said probably about a year ago. He's a government informant. And that's why he's still out here.
Makes sense.
He said that shit multiple times on Drink Champs, on Revolt.
But you know, Kanye says so much outlandish shit.
But is it really outlandish?
It's deemed as outlandish. And it's like the adage, the boy who cried wolf. Like, we've heard Kanye talk crazy so many times. Niggas kind of take it with a grain of salt. Or we assume it's him talking crazy.
Yeah, but like, so when I say who was running the music industry, was I talking shit or was I telling the fucking truth? Right?
Right.
Now, there's some things that you can have an opinion on. If you think slavery is a choice, that's an opinion-based thing. But when I call out specific people and say, this guy Harley, whatever his last name is a handler, and he's threatening to lock me up and take my children away from me, that's not me talking shit or talking crazy. Here's the text message. You know what I'm saying? Like when I call out different things, when I say this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, you want to mix that with me. I can be braggadocious about how great I am musically. Or I'm this, I'm that. This nigga weak, he did it. You know what I'm saying? I regret signing Big Sean. Like, them is different categories of shit. You popping your own shit because you think you better than people musically. You don't like, you and this person have a strained relationship, so you saying I regret signing him or what have you. But that's totally different from saying this nigga's a government informant. And the argument against Puffy is you are the hip hop Jeffrey Epstein, rather. I'm sorry. Yeah. Where the second lawsuit that comes out talks about you shooting nigga, dragging the body out, saying it was a drive-by, like all this sexual shit, the drugging of women, the drugging of everybody, and then the day that you get caught and your house get raided, the guy who they said is the drug runner for you get caught with drugs on him while you boarding the plane.
Yeah. I mean, he did his job.
Like, and the account saying that like everybody, all the waitresses and the house staff has to carry pouches with all these different drugs on you, and it's just a whole bunch of shit. And one of the niggas like, listen, Puffy, he records everything and forced me to record everything. Wait till the real videos come out. That little tiny Cassie shit that you saw today, and I'm only saying little tiny because from my understanding and my secret sources, it's gonna be worse, nasty, filthy shit that come out that's gonna make that look tiny. And that wasn't what he was doing to her. You know what I'm saying? This nigga gonna kill himself. He don't got it to go to prison. He gonna be found unalive.
Okay. That took a dark turn.
It is what it is. See what that nigga did to her?
Yes, I did.
And what's alleged And the alleged...
I've read some of the same documents that you're referring to, and there's a lot of despicable shit in there. If that shit is true, and
that shit true.
I'm just saying, if it is true, and there are alleged videotapes, and those are found, he's cooked. This shit right here is going to start cooking him already.
I don't think he can take it. He don't seem pause, and he don't seem like the nigga that's gonna stand on it either. He seemed like the nigga that's gonna run, or he gonna tuck his tail.
You think he got something? You think he may like try and take other niggas down with him?
For sure.
Okay.
This bigger than Nino Brown ass nigga for sure.
That trial would be ridiculous.
I watched it. I mean, it's been portions of it has been going on.
I'm saying, like, when they have Diddy in the courtroom, it's gonna be a shit show. It's gonna
That
be
nigga
like
ain't taking no fucking stand.
they're gonna make you face your accusers.
His accusers is gonna be Homeland Security. Like, you got federal shit going on. Like, it's girls who say, yo, you took me from this place to this place for the purpose of having sex and passing out drugs. Nigga, that is human trafficking. You took, fuck interstate, you done took people international. Like, these are bigger, this little assault and battery type shit from 2016 is the least of your fucking worries.
All right.
You got like other shit that's going on.
I didn't take that into consideration.
And it is a deep overarching thing. So the thing is, you go to these parts. This is the Epstein shit. This is exactly why they call him Hip Hop Epstein. So like, we take you to Epstein Island and you do strange shit with girls, underage people, men, all that type of shit. We get you on camera and now I own you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I need you to do something, nigga, you gonna do this shit or I'm up in the video. So do it. Or else. Like there is no other. You didn't even know that was underage person. Gotcha. Gotcha. Kanye voice. Gotcha.
That's fucked up though.
You know what I'm saying? Spiking people drinks, putting ecstasy in different.
Hey Playboy, look at your phone. I'm gonna send you a 10-second clip real quick.
And like one video with what's the city girl?
Miami.
Carisha.
Yeah, Miami.
Yeah, and one of her cousins was like trying to perform oral on this one dude. There's videotapes, there's pictures of the dude with the blood everywhere that got shot.
Yeah.
And articles.
We talked about that.
Like, it's some weird shit going on. And I know I don't like this nigga though. And it's really unfortunate that all this stuff had to happen, but I'm glad that people are seeing it so I can justify my hatred. I'm a hater. I'm not unbiased in this shit. You feel me? I be trying to I'm not unbiased. I don't like the nigga. I think he evil. I think he is a culture vulture. I think he takes, doesn't give. Nobody has done business with him, has been successful. Like, he's entitled. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you cut like that. But you've been protected so long.
God bless you.
Thank you. You've been protected so long and been paying so many people for so long. You like Drake.
Can't get close to him.
No, it's like you went from this nerdy kid from Canada to now you mob ties. You got shooters on your payroll. You running around with chubs. You got all these quote unquote killers that are around you and doing all the other shit. Like, my nigga, you are a biracial Canadian actor.
Even better.
The Canadian thing is bigger than the black/white thing. You're not from this culture. It's a different way of living over there.
You're right.
And it's like, I don't think this is true. But if you had to give it a word, Canada is a corny version of America. Now, when I say I don't think it's true, because what is corny? You can be whoever. You don't have to be tough. You don't have to be like the coolest nigga. But if you're going to portray like you've been that, and I know deep down you're not, like, you putting on you a character. And then sometimes you get so emboldened that you start believing a character. And sometimes you change who you are based upon the resources you have.
I remember you referred to this Glasses Malone podcast one time where you was like, when niggas rap, it should give you some sense of where they're from, their culture. We don't know nothing about Toronto except it being the 6, about it being anything of Drake's culture. Like
Man,
I don't want to get into like soul is hip hop, but it is missing an element of something.
To kind of correlate this to podcasting, there are so many people who have reached out, tagged us, or said like, I'm not from Detroit. When I listen to y'all, it feel like this like a second home. Like I feel like I'm connected. Like I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas is not from PA. They've never heard of that before, but now they familiar with neighborhoods and how things go in your neighborhood. If I'm talking on some Joe Road shit or slang that this, whatever, like I feel connected to this particular culture because we not fronting. We are expressing and talking about our actual lives and different cultural moments or whatever. I don't have any connection to Toronto or Canada. I don't know. That's not attached to Drake. When I think about Drake, I think about the R&B singing music. I think about that Caribbean shit. I think about the London drill type music that he was doing. Like every other type of everything.
The Carabana go down in Toronto. Yeah, that too.
Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? So that I listen to. So there are a bunch of different podcasts and YouTube platforms, whatever, that don't do nothing but talk about other people's content. Like they podcasts that talk about podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this what happened on Joe Budden podcast today. Oh, did you see Royal Mall? Oh, did you see such and such? And like their content is 100% based on.
Sometimes I watch people that do that shit with like, well, I mean, This Week in Culture. Y'all content, and I'm not trying to knock it or nothing, it's based off TV and culture.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even get into a series. I just listen to the pod, and that'll bring me up to speed on what I need to know. I done missed a handful of episodes of BMF, but I listen to the pod every week. It drops. So I got a general, I ain't lost.
I got tons of people like, I've never watched that show, but I've been listening to y'all talk about it for 8 years.
Yeah. So
or 5 years, 6, whatever the case may be, 18, 19, 20. Shit, 7 years. Who knew?
on a good run.
Yeah. But like some shit just don't be having no soul. You know what I'm saying? Or there's these two white podcasts where they go through and they look for controversial moments to like ruin people. And that's what they talk about on their podcast. Other podcasts who have fucked up somehow, or this person losing his audience. Can you believe this person said that? Like, my nigga, we be out here talking shit off the cuff. Like, I might believe this shit in the moment, but like, you got time to think about it. I was like, no, do you really believe the nuclear war capabilities of this country? Like, my nigga, like, I didn't write a thesis or an article on this shit, and like to hold somebody to like a 14-second soundbite. Like, what are you doing?
It's dangerous because if somebody held me to a 14-second soundbite, I'd probably sound really crazy.
Yeah, but
and it's not gonna be hard to find the soundbite.
Yeah, and what is missing when people do that is context, right?
Yeah,
not context of the actual conversation or that particular episode. Context of the last 8 years we've done this pod, right? When you talk about something or like Jay about to be on this conspiracy shit, right? Well, there's a context to that.
Yeah.
And like, so one particular thing, some shit, like it's a conspiracy. I don't believe it, but like it's entertaining.
And how people splice together information, headlines, it can be very deceiving. You can create a whole narrative that just didn't even exist.
Like that Tupac clip.
Yeah.
That's like, nigga, I watched Art of Dialogue. That's one of I like his YouTube channel. I like the way he do his interviews. And if anybody has figured out this Tupac shit, he has interviewed every single person who knows Tupac, basically, right?
Yeah.
I watched all those interviews, and that little clip that they posted, trying to make it seem like Pac and Puffy were lovers. Like, come on, man. Yo, cut it the fuck out, dog. But I seen all of them, and y'all splice different things up, and you don't know the splicing because I put B-roll under it, right?
Yeah.
You would see the talking heads clips jump and whatever, but like you put B-roll under it, so now you showing a picture. Like, you clever. I edit audio for a living, damn near. Like, I know how I can slice some shit, move some shit around. Like that one episode that we fixed, niggas didn't know it was a fucked up episode.
No, they didn't.
I removed weird ass dead spots. I took out words different. Like, you know, nobody fucking know. Like, I don't like that. That shit. That's propaganda.
It is, but it's the world we live in, and it's gonna get even worse with AI. We'll be able to do a completely AI episode one day.
My homeboy Tyrone do them now. He shout out to him. He got Flash Film Academy, but Flash Film Media out in Dallas, and that's what he does. He been at all those school. He teach niggas how to make money from videography and photography and the whole 9 yards. He's a former Army combat photographer. Worked with the NFL, big brands, the whole 9 yards, right? Mm-hmm. My nigga from back at the crib, went to Cody and graduated with him, whatever. He posts videos that he not in, that he never said, but it's him. He typed that shit out. It uses his voice and his likeness, and he posts images of Instagram clips and reels, and he'll tell like, yo, I did not actually write this. This is not me saying it. And if you pay attention, you can see that the words aren't actually
formulated.
Yeah. But it knows the voice patterns and it knows the hands and everything. I'm not in this fucking video. It's already there. We got 8 years of talking, my nigga.
Yeah.
And videos.
So we could do the same thing. We should do it one day. See if people catch on.
No, fuck that. I don't know how to do it yet, but we gotta lock down name, image, and likeness. And I gotta own my fucking voice.
Yeah.
Because this is my likeness. it don't even exist yet.
I sent you a video about that where they was talking about, it's such wide open that like you almost have to make yourself a brand or into a brand so people can't come get a check off of you, because that would be so fucked up.
Yeah, we played that on the Patreon episode that we did last night because it tied into what's going on with all these different streaming companies and combining the different shades. But like Stephen A said that somebody showed me a video of me calling the Super Bowl. Like, nigga, I didn't call the Super Bowl.
Shit looks so good though, you wouldn't know.
You know? So it's interesting as fuck, man. But I hate when niggas doing that splice shit. That shit it's propaganda. And think about how much that happens on Fox, CNN, or whatever. I see it happen with podcasts. Like on the promo that goes forever. Like, nigga, the promo clip, that shit didn't happen like that. You took out pieces, you slid them over. And it's not like you're not wrong for doing it. That's how it works. This is what we do.
Some niggas
I do it too.
Yeah, some niggas in New York do that with their podcasts. So that's just the way of the world. Will it be that'll be the next groove, AI.
Yeah. Yo, man, I want Diddy to go away, dog. I wish he can go to prison. Hopefully I'm wrong and he'll make it there.
He probably out the country right now. They can't, wherever he at, they can't extradite him.
That nigga ain't nowhere out the country. This nigga's not staying out the country. We know exactly where the fuck you at.
Wherever he at, they can't extradite him.
That nigga at home. That nigga ain't nowhere.
He might be on a submarine right now, nigga.
No, man. He didn't got, he the fall guy. You did the dirt, but like, everybody else gonna be insulated. Nigga, your run was, the deal that you made.
Promise you 20, 30 years.
This was the deal that you made, my nigga, and you knew this day was coming. You thought it wasn't. You thought you bought your way into the upper room. You're not. And not that upper room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some end of the world type shit, when niggas is getting in their little space pods, you thought you had enough money to get here? No, my nigga, we don't fuck with you like that.
Yeah. And that's a shame if he really is a scapegoat, but I can see that happening.
No, you're guilty, though.
I don't want to say it's a shame, because, I mean, if you did that shit, you did that shit.
You guilty. You've ruined lives. You've ruined generations, my nigga. You have peddled poison to us for a long time. On and off the screen. And I'm waiting, because it's a lot of niggas who was real fucking quiet. Oh, these allegations, you niggas is online playing like you know what you're talking about. Bitch, the video up now. And it's exactly what I thought it was. Now what you gonna say? Are you still gonna be quiet when this nigga is literally beating and dragging a woman? Because you gotta say something. That's your man's, right? Y'all got money together. You worked on their networks. Y'all all connected, and y'all had nothing to fucking say because it was rumor.
What know about Monday? You know, that one that be broadcast on Revolt, I don't think they gonna say nothing.
Man, that shit, Charlamagne and them motherfuckers get on my fucking nerves because he been throwing so much, y'all don't know shit. Oh, you on them fucking tapes, huh? They got you too, Joe? Real fucking quiet, huh? And then once niggas said you was too quiet for 2 weeks, you said a little bit, but it's like you shoot niggas bail because y'all don't know. Yeah, my nigga might get in control again. I might gotta be cool. I might gotta be quiet.
Yeah.
You see what 50 posted today?
Whatever that nigga said, whatever they say that nigga did, he did that shit.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
That nigga a menace for sure. That nigga said Jay, as in Jay-Z, is in hibernation.
That was like 2 days ago.
He ain't coming outside till this shit with Puff blow over. No brunch, no lunch, no dinner. I'm all you got. I'm outside.
That seems accurate.
Niggas canceled the Rock Nation brunch because they couldn't tell Diddy no.
Just easier to tell everybody no.
Cat Williams started off the year and was telling the truth.
That nigga was coming in hot.
That nigga said this year, all that shit coming out. And what he said about Puffy, you got to tell him no. And he was saying a lot of slick shit in there. And niggas thought he was just capping. But in real life, I'm not trying to tell you that everything he said was some absolute Snapple fact. What I'm saying is the theme of it is all this shit about these niggas is coming to light this year. There's been a lot of shit that ain't came to light this year.
Yeah.
And we not even halfway through yet. We damn near at the halfway mark in June. We only...
Niggas just looking weird. Y'all way too horny.
Freaky ass niggas need to stay your ass inside. And Queen Combs, a woman said, you beat her up on the airplane. And then she her name is on the flight manifest. Then she up the bruises and everything. And nigga, you named in this, and you named too. Your bitch ass out here making records.
He got to keep the brand alive.
Nigga, distance yourself from the brand.
He got to keep...
Even if it's your last name.
He got to keep Bad Boy alive.
Yeah.
He the only artist.
Fuck Bad
Who else
Boy.
on Bad Boy?
As a motherfucking label, a record label, staff, and a motherfucking crew.
Who else on the label? He got to do something.
That's a lot of niggas who been writing for Diddy for a long time, and y'all quiet.
He ain't call me to write nothing. That nigga Combs is the flagship artist. He got to say something. You know, you heard Gucci Mane's song, No Diddy?
Yep.
Yeah.
He ain't say nothing to Gucci.
No, because King Combs said next nigga say No Diddy.
I made a whole fucking video, and I mocked Hypnotize in it. And it's called No Diddy. Well, say something to me. You going at 50 because you think 50 don't got nothing to lose? I don't know. What, like...
I don't know. Maybe 50 seems like a... Look, my nigga, Gucci Man got to be half crocodile or something. That nigga look dangerous. That nigga look dangerous.
Don't nobody really want to with Gucci.
He got like a black cloud that follow him. Like when he walk into the room, people start murmuring. Don't nobody want it with that nigga, and that's fine. Like Gucci, one of my favorite artists, but like I don't know if I ain't scared, but it's like that shit we were saying. Like
it's a bit of fear in there for sure.
Like if he invited you somewhere this weekend, like I can't make it this weekend, but next time I'm coming out.
When niggas just be partying, and when everything was good, it's a lot of niggas I seen partying on Puffy Jet coming out of them steps. Y'all don't act like y'all would. Now it's I left early at the parties. Yeah, all right, nigga. You niggas heard Denzel say that shit in one interview, and all y'all stole that shit. Oh yeah, I'm leaving early. Before all that goes down, fuck out of here, my nigga. It's two niggas who. So listen, if there's two people that we've heard all the gay party jokes about in Hollywood, who would those two people be?
Jamie Foxx and Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba's a wild nigga, okay? But it's been Puffy and Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
Niggas ain't been lying for 30. Niggas don't, everybody don't got the same. Come on, my nigga. Stop it. Stop it. If we don't know that, police brutality don't exist either, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know, nigga, have a cop ever called you a nigger?
No.
Has a cop ever did anything fucked up to you
Absolutely.
that you didn't deserve?
Yes.
What?
I got tased on the side of the road, my nigga.
But you told that story and you deserved it. Like you was wilding.
I did have a cop lie on me in court.
Is that the? But you know what we talking about? We be like, yo, the cop, we are enemy number one, and they out here killing us and everything. Have a cop ever tried to kill you or did no wild shit to you?
No, never.
Like, but we say that shit like it's every.
It's truth, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if we can hold on to that, because we've been hearing it forever, them two niggas been doing these weird ass fucking parties for a long fucking time.
That's fine with me. I believe. Look, when niggas keep saying the same thing, what you call it, when you got it on your coat, when niggas keep saying the same shit about you, I gotta look at you a little bit differently. And word on the street, y'all niggas into some freaky ass shit. Now,
Nigga need to stay your ass inside.
I done been to parties where shit start turning different at a certain time. It's regular freaky shit. It ain't like that type of freaky shit.
Niggas,
but these parties happen.
Like, nigga, you can't leave unless you take these drugs type shit. Like, what?
You don't want to remember this in the morning.
Niggas got fixers and shit. Niggas been murdered, dog. You know what I'm like?
Yeah.
Out of all it ain't just sex. Like, niggas have been beat, murdered, disappeared, careers ruined, robbed.
And we got all this shit on tape, so can't nobody say shit. Ain't nobody say shit.
It's crazy. But we passively allow them niggas to be part of the culture. And we kind of to blame, too. Like, the drug dealer nigga who ruined your neighborhood, you kind of to blame, too, because you never even shunned him at all. You ain't got to fight the nigga. You ain't got to go to the police, but you ain't got to make him feel welcome. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go ask Mr. Such and Such if he got to. No. They should be treated like the pedos is treated in our neighborhood. What a fucking app for all the niggas who be scamming.
That app will go off too much.
But like, or what an app for the niggas who done murdered niggas.
I'll be honest, a lot of you niggas do a bad job scamming. You would probably just be better off taking some IT classes and getting like a regular job. You know how to use the computer.
No, they don't. These niggas is grunts. And they
factory workers.
Yeah. And that's not a disrespect, right?
They get told what to do and they kick out the results
repeatedly. Is it a difficult job? It's difficult working in a fucking factory for sure. And the product that you make helps the economy. It fixes society. You other niggas, you steal for a living. Like, literally, every day that you go out, you make somebody's life more difficult for your own personal gain. And it's not even like, yo, I'm in so fucked up. I'm trying to get my house out of my house out of fuck. No, nigga, you just want glasses and shoes and jewels and drinks. You want attention. This not even, yo, I gotta do anything for my babies.
And I gotta do the money fan. I gotta shake the money. I gotta snake it up my arm.
You doing this shit for the attention of niggas and women that don't care about you. Right? Like, you literally go out and make somebody's job a living hell. Make somebody's life a living hell. I wake up in the morning, I'm about to go put the money down for this flight because I got to get to such and such and to Disney, whatever the case may be, and my money gone. Will I get it back? Possibly in 10 business days.
Yeah.
Minus any fees I get for overdrawing my account because I had a bunch of other shit. So when you ain't got your money in your account because somebody stole it, your fucking car insurance don't care. Nigga, it's a late fee. And the NSF.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this, and that. And, yo, this is the third time you've been late. You got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go. You can't stay here no more. You broke your lease. You've been late too many times. You're just a thief, my nigga. And you like, I'm going to be a permanent thief. Not like I'm going to be a thief, stack my money up, and then went and did something like with it. I flipped a house, right? Now I got extra 40,000 laying around. Let me go do something else and flip. Like, I'm just going to steal. Niggas got arrested today, like 6 niggas for stealing 400 cars and $8 million worth of shit.
Yeah.
400
Young niggas. Young niggas.
All your niggas working for the Arabs. You don't even know what you're doing. You working for the Arabs. You steal all that shit, you swipe all that shit, and then you go fence it to the Arabs in some of these gas stations, or you launder the money through the jewelry store.
Yeah. That's what they were saying about the Hutch trial.
Yeah. That trial is crazy.
That video crazy.
I've been watching the trial last couple of days, and it's irritating too. Like, the defense is trying to say one of the dudes who set him up, set the shit up, they gave him a plea deal to testify against him. So basically, he tried to make it seem like you're lying, and the only reason you're doing this is so that you can get a reduced sentence. You know, the shit that you see on TV all the time. I'm like, yo, can we skip? All right, I get it. You got to make it seem like this isn't the truth, and he's only doing that because whatever. But like, okay, you made your point. I'm sitting here listening. That's an hour in. I'm like, nigga.
That's how court cases be. They move slow as fuck like that. But yeah, man, that's wild.
That case is wild as fuck, man. And the hit was supposed to be for both of them.
Yeah, his wife just got shot in the leg.
Yeah.
But I mean, she had to watch her husband die. That's a terrible thing.
Because the whole thing, according to the court, is he the lawyer. He found out a way crookedly to get his name as a beneficiary for the life insurance policy for them.
Wrote his name into the will, too.
Yeah. So just killing Hutch doesn't help him because his wife would just she the other person, right? So both of them had to die. So two other guys set up the old nigga on the bike, the e-bike that he just got out of the shop, to pull up on the side of the car and shoot it up. Hutch got shot. He shot 14 times. Hutch caught like 9 or 11 or some shit over there. Like, that video is crazy. And it's interesting that like the exact thing that happened and that was reported initially, all the comments said, fuck out of here. That old ass nigga ain't do that shit. Y'all niggas lying. Hutch was snitching. That nigga owed some. Nah, his lawyer set him up. Lawyer office right down the street.
Yeah.
I wanted that building.
And Hutch is right up the street.
Like, I used to stay in them apartments right across the street from them when I was on like Greenfield and like 13 Mile. Mm-hmm. And that corner, I was technically in Royal Oak, but on that corner it's like Royal Oak, Southfield, Beverly Hills is on the other side of the street. It's like 4 different cities right there. And Birmingham, which is crazy. On one corner, there's 4 cities.
Yeah.
I wanted that building. I wanted that building to be the studio and shit.
Okay.
Because, like, I'm like, man, that bitch it ain't like a super duper big building. I'm like, man, that shit is,
Make it what we want it to be.
Yeah. It's still open. I was hoping it would, go down. I'd get that motherfucker at a discount or something. But they in there still, crooking. Niggas in that bitch crooking. I've been watching all these trials, man. The one, is that Naya Harris? I think her last name. What the cousin had, he got found guilty of murder, but they never found her body.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happened, dog. Because where he said he did it, they got video and he wasn't there. He said he put her body in a dumpster, and like they got the video from that date and that time. It was like, no, you didn't. What'd you do?
That's crazy. And I've heard her mother was like, we just want to, give her a proper send off.
I didn't notice at the time, but now it makes sense. He was like, man, they was just smoking weed, and this what this nigga said. He said they was just smoking weed, and she passed out, and she wasn't breathing no more. So he put her in her trunk, and took her to a dumpster and dumped her. Turns out them niggas possibly was smoking LSD and doing some hallucinating. So like he probably did some wild shit.
Like killed his cousin.
Yeah. He could have fucked around. I don't know what happened, but like
could get to tripping
it
off
was
that shit.
Yeah. Or like, what if he's
That's
just-
it. Yeah. He could have killed his cousin. That's it.
I don't know, man. That shit is wild. I don't think, man, anything else going on, man.
Nothing that really crossed my mind. You got whose man's is this?
Yeah, it was Diddy.
Okay, well that's been our whole episode,
that's
pretty
been our
much.
whole episode. And Diddy and this weak ass son. This week. Just fucking weak, man.
Hey, my niggas, word of the advice, just leave 50 Cent alone, too. We don't know what he still got in him.
Yeah. Next week, hopefully all them niggas that was real quiet around that puffy shit, I hope y'all niggas talk up. Speak up.
They're not.
Because that's your man's, right?
That's the cash cow, and they'll never speak against him. Mob ties, omerta, this thing of ours, they'll never speak on it. Never. I got 2 music picks of the week. Shout out to our homies that drop incredible music. But this week's 2 music picks, my nigga Baby Mark just dropped a banger. It's going to have asses shaking in the strip club. Shout out to the homie Mike George, too, because he always eating good strip club food. But I can see this one going crazy in the strip clubs. It's Trophy by Baby Mark. And then my second one, shout out to the family. Lafa, D-Rick.
D-Rick on live right now. Look at this shit.
In Bali, eating
Dre, we
brunch.
still I talked to them folk. That Miami shit, it's up. It's on. It's on.
Him and shout out to
Man,
CEO
Dre, that nigga
King.
ain't talking no Diddy on here. That nigga's bullshit.
Man,
Talking
shit.
about no Diddy.
My bad. We live.
Dre, you know what's up?
What up, though?
Yeah, Kim. It feel like it.
And he listening
Nigga
to-
Jay Johnson in the game. What's happening, my boy?
And he sound like he sound like he been drinking good and smoking good.
Yeah.
Living a good life. Him and CEO Kim been blowing gas on
Let me get
on
out
the back
this
of
live.
elephants.
Yeah.
They got Bali looking nice.
Yeah. Out there with Russell.
Yeah.
And Diddy about to be out there to sing.
He already there. He on the other side of the resort.
Yeah, come get that nigga.
Balafa by D-Rick. Big dogs.
Yeah.
Real good music. Good way to start the summer season.
Yo, Trophy. I went into the page that the Trophy was made off of.
That's right.
And I spent a little time.
Okay.
I spent a little time on that Instagram. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a nice trophy.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the young lady. Hopefully, I'm not offending any of the other connects. But
It's just
hey,
pictures. It's just
hey,
pictures.
I enjoyed the trophy.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's just pictures. That's all. Just complimenting your taste.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good job.
It's time to cue up the benediction music, my brother.
Yeah. Let me make sure it's kind of low because niggas be hating. You feel me? Shout out to our episode last week, man. I really enjoyed that episode.
I did. Dominique Natasha, go find her on Amazon. Purchase her books.
The link is in the show notes.
And I hope all the ladies out here had a good Mother's Day. We ain't shout that out, but I hope y'all had a good Mother's Day last week.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's your man Dame 3_313 on Instagram and on TikTok. Wild Dame 313 on X. Look, when you talking to me, you talking to me. So talk, and I will talk back to you. When you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. I did have one other thing.
It's not like you said Dame is on X, like X.
I mean, you know, I'm not saying nah. Not saying nah. I probably would though. And that's it, man. You threw off my train of thought.
My
so
bad.
It's cool. It's cool. Probably wasn't important.
Shout out to y'all, 422 episodes on you hoes. I appreciate the support. When you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. Shoptalk Podcast
Oh, hold on real
Studio.
quick. I do have 2 things I wanted to shout out. Shout out to Verge. He's supposed to fall through. Hopefully we get the whole click up in here. And yo, shout out to Cheyenne. Shy, I know that sometimes my man Cinco be listening to the podcast, you know, and Cinco thinks that me and him are friends because we are friends now. And I wanted to invite Cinco to join my wrestling faction, Beige Rage. And me, Shy, and Cinco gonna do a podcast because he said he want to talk, and I want to listen to whatever the young man has to say. So, coming soon. I don't know when, but it's coming soon.
For sure. Also, I need y'all to go to youtube.com/JJohnson313. Like the link that's in the fucking show every week. Subscribe to that YouTube page, man. We're going to put a lot of content on there. There's going to be a lot of lives in there. If you want to be interactive with us, we'll be going live on there. When you subscribe, hit the little notification bell. You feel me? So we go live, like when we live. You feel me?
And you can jump in and enjoy it because we had a good time for the first one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a riot from now on.
For sure. When you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. Shoptalk Podcast Studio. Book some time. I'm not saying we the Rockefeller podcast, but we are Jan Dane.
Hell yeah.
Peace.